This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, hi, my name is Peter.
Yeah, I want.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorce dad, single dad, divorce dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Peter G Show. It's Wednesday, and here I am. Oh, I forgot. Let's switch. Woo! That's right. Wednesday. Long, fast weekend. But I got a little PSA for you, for those who might be watching and or listening while we wait for everyone to catch up. Labor Day is over. Labor Day weekend is over. Get back to work. So I was told. So here I am, back to work. Get back to work. Hope everybody is doing well. I always wish everybody well because I do love everybody. Despite our indifferences, I think we can agree to disagree, or at least most people can. The ones that don't. Life goes on. Everybody's got a path. Everybody's got a journey. But I want to thank you for tuning in to Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. God willing, here we are. Great show tonight, I think. It's going to make some people very happy. It's going to make some people a little bit unnerving or upset a little bit. Or some people go, got a point there, Peter. I might want to further my learning. Choose to dive a little deeper, do my own work instead of let things get to me. Yes, tonight is current events night, folks, and I choose truth. You're being lied to. You're being lied to by all the big media companies. They all own each other. They're all got agendas. You're being lied to. It's real simple. You're being lied to. Hard to believe, but it's the truth. Don't believe me? Stick around. I'll show you. Or at least give you something to go on. I can't do everything for you. I can't. I swear, I get so many emails with individual questions. I can't answer them. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like, get off your butt. I love you, but like, I can't do it. I can't. It's just too many, right? You know, there's enough going on over here. It's hard enough to be me just to get this to you, let alone trying to answer each individual question. It's like, you got a computer. How do you think I get my stuff? I didn't, go roaming the earth, talking to aliens. Although I do. Some are illegal. It's all right. It's all Greek to me. I hope you enjoyed last week's show with the beautiful and talented Miss Tony Green, celebrity psychic, had her right on this show. I know for a fact that she hit home with a few of the callers that called in. I'm not a betting man, but I know there's a lot of people that I think were in total agreement that she said things that she couldn't have known. And I'm pretty sure on that. But anyway, she's always fun. She's always bubbly. I love ruffling her feathers a little bit. She gets flustered real easy, and in a fun way. And I think we had a good time last week. And I'm going to start doing a few more because I'm a little bit of a fan of certain psychics and empaths and things like that. I think there's more to it than what our brain can, the normal brain tells us. But anyway, that was fun last week. I hope you enjoyed it. You can always catch the show on demand. Any of the shows. We do these shows, a lot of people say, Peter, I missed your show last week. And I said, hey, not a big deal. It was a great show, though. You need to go catch it. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on BitChute, Rumbles. It's on like 11 different platforms. Not to mention the 26 audio podcast platforms. You can go and pull up any show on demand. It doesn't matter if it's from 3 years ago. But they look at me and they go, yeah, but I like watching your show live. In other words, if I don't catch it live, I'm not going to watch it. It's like, I kind of understand. I do. But you're only cheating yourself because I try to bring you something of worth, some good information in spite of, my rhetoric and chaos. Again, I try to bring something that you're going to go get something out of. Now, I also realize that different topics appeal to different people. There's no doubt about that. Hence, me always saying you can't please everybody. And no longer do I try. I do what I do, and I hope it is something that you're interested in. You can never stop learning. I'm always learning. Anyway, but that's about it. She was great, and you can catch all the shows in the band. And again, for those of you who are driving in the car, I know it's it's a lot going on. And you can't always be home to watch an hour-plus show. I love it when you do, and I have those people. But sometimes you're in the car, you're working out, you're at the gym, you're walking, you're at work. Put an earbud in your ear, Google Peter G Show podcast audio, and just podcast. It'll come up, and there's like 26 different places. I don't know. It keeps on moving. But again, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Good Pods. I mean, just to name a few. You know how to find it. It's not rocket science. I've probably been doing it because my daughter just told me yesterday. I mean, she goes, I was talking to her about something, and she says, yeah, I was listening to so-and-so's podcast. She goes, I'm a podcast fanatic. I love listening to podcasts. And there's a lot of people like that. And there's a million podcasts out there to choose from. I would hope that you would like to choose mine as well. And that's why I try to bring you something of worth. So go check it out. All right. Do me a favor. Please, please, please. If you are a fan, you do like what we do, I need help. I'm being throttled back because the forces within do not like when I do shows like I'm going to do tonight. They censor the hell out of me. So please, please, please share. If you think I'm worth a damn, share it to people who don't even know I'm there. Say, hey, you might want to check this guy out. He's pretty good. Maybe like, share, subscribe. It's free. It's all free. Just make the effort, please. I want to bring you bigger, better content, but it takes a lot of people and a lot of money to be able to stay right here. Do that for me, please. I love you. Believe me, I got the diehard fans, but you can never have too many. They all come and go. Life gets busy. I get it. Anyway, tonight, that's what we're doing. I'm going to show you some truths, debunk a few myths. Whether you like it or not, you can choose to decide. I told you, we don't all have to agree on things, because just because you like Brussels sprouts, I'm not going to, I don't like Brussels sprouts. I mean, I'll eat them occasionally just to be kind, but whoever made them, but and I know they're good for you. I'm getting all excited. But I'm not going to not like you because you like Brussels sprouts, and I don't. Well, that's what's happening in our world right now politically, and it sucks. And that's what they're trying to do. And they've been doing a great job of it. And people that I've loved, known and loved for 20, 40 years, and we're all on different pages. But I bring this stuff out. And all I'm saying is I'm putting it out there. What you choose to do with it is your business. Don't dislike me for grabbing stuff that exists and just showing it to the blind. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that have no clue, that are just so busy in life that and they might catch something and listen and let them make up their own minds. So a lot of people, everybody's got their own mind made up already, and it's like, okay, here's your free ticket to the Titanic. That's go for it. I love you, but that's your choice. That's it. We got a whole lot of stuff to get on to tonight, don't we? One more thing. Last night I was in Pensacola, Florida. and I made an appearance on New York Knicks Picks Radio Free Pensacola radio show last night. Yes. Yes. Hadn't been on his show in almost 2 years because he took a hiatus. He took a hike. He took a hiatus. He was in a transformational period. You know, he transformed from one end of his bar to the other. But I was able to go and make an appearance on his show because I guess he missed me, but it was great fun, as we always do. It was quick, you know, just in and out. But for those of you, I'm going to try to put up a link. I was looking for he sent me the whole show, and I can't post the whole, I need to get a link for you guys so you can listen to his radio show. He has a really cool radio show. He plays old school music, plays what he wants. He usually sometimes has themes, but he's got a library that is, 5 miles long of music, and from 8 tracks to cassettes and reel to reel and records, and he does it all, nostalgia, so at its finest. And then in between the songs, we go Facebook Live, plus we're live on his radio station, and just talk about stuff, and that's what I like the most. So there's a lot of clips on Facebook Live of us, and he's got these blue lights that we look like we're shiny posterographic creatures, but that's the way he likes it, and that's the way the camera eye sees it. So the way I see it, it is what it is. But we had fun, so go check it out. I was there last night, and yeah, I was there last night, catching up, just doing some catch up. But now I had to get back to business, so it was like, hasta luego, gotta go. And then we're back here in the saddle. So we got a bunch of stuff I'm going to do. I might even get Nick on the phone if he's available. I told him, I said, if you're available tonight, I said, call me after the 30-minute past the hour, and we'll just talk a little bit. But in the meantime, I got lots of stuff I want to show you. This is going to be a long show, so buckle up, sit down, grab some popcorn, a glass of wine, go to the bathroom, whatever you got to do now, because it's important that that you guys pay attention to this stuff, because again, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm just bringing it to your attention, and things change so much every week. Sometimes I'm chomping at the bit going, God, we did the show last night, and all of a sudden there's this stuff I want to talk about the next day, and I have to wait a week. But that's the way it goes. So anyway, look, we're going to get into all this in just a minute. First, I want to hear from my good friends over at Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver, which I truly believe in. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Thompson of CleanStarProducts.com. This is DX1 Driver in the news, and here's what our friends have to say.
So I'm here to recap on the DX1 I've used. I put it in the oil and I put it in the gas. While I'm using it just for about 3 tanks. Cleaned everything out. I got every ounce of power back in my truck.
When Jared's truck was new, it had a lot of power. Then over time, it began to slow down. He got it all back with our DX1 driver program.
Something you got to see for yourself. It's a great product. It's affordable. And it blows all the other additives and esters out of the water.
DX1 driver is the finest oil in the world from a California environmental company. It goes into the fuel system and the oil. It's the only green grade product qualified for the carbon credits program, giving you better fuel mileage, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. So join the fuel savings revolution today. Go to CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right, folks. CleanStarProducts.com with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver. All I can tell you is, as I said last week, 2 words. It works. I'm kind of liking that. It works. Peace. I drive a high-mileage vehicle and notice the difference within about 3 to 4 tanks. And my daughter even noticed it when she was driving one of my trucks, because she's a horse girl, so she had to go pick up hay. And she goes, I felt it. Don't let me convince you. I know you're going to have a whole lot of questions, okay? I'm a firm believer. I use the product. I know exactly what it does. I've gotten better gas mileage out of this gas hog that I have because it's older and it's big and heavy, and I love it to death, and I'll never let it go. But as we age, things start to slow down physically, mechanically, all of the above. So adding this additive just gives it cleans out everything, more lubricity. Things move smoother, better fuel mileage. You can feel the difference, a little bit more power back, you know, because it's in better shape. It just starts, you know, if your arteries are clogged, you're going to not feel that well, right? Same thing. Anyway, here's what you're going to do. Tyrone Thompson wants to speak to you personally. He's that hell-bent on letting you know how proud he is of their product. Go to www.cleanstarproducts. There's a phone number on the website. This is how you got to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you why. But you're going to call that number. He'll answer any of your questions that you have. And the reason you're going to call that number, because after he answers all your questions, should you decide that you want to order the Clean Start product with the DX1 driver, this little bottle right here, put one in the clean oil change, last the whole oil change. And then every time you fill up your tank, you just put one of these in your tank. That's it. Simple. But should you decide to order and you tell them, hey, I saw it on the Peter G show. That's the key right there. You got to say, hey, I saw it on the Peter G show. He's going to send you 5 of these bottles for the price of 4. That's right. 5 of these bottles for the price of 4. A deal's a deal. Money's money. Money's tight. Come on. And it works. Here's the kicker. It works. You got to be patient. You know, don't, it's just like, you know, I know people I used to, you know, try out some new, you know, pharmaceutical product or something that's supposed to, you know, help you or something. They take it for a week or two. They go, I didn't feel nothing. It's like nothing happens overnight, but it does happen. I mean, some things happen overnight. If you do drugs, it happens pretty quick too. But who wants to do that? Go to www.cleanstartproducts. They have a product that works. Tyrone Thompson will speak to you personally. Mention you saw it on the Peter G show. He'll send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. Deal's a deal. And again, they know what I do and they still sponsor me. So God love them. All right. Makes sense to save money too, right? Take care of your car. Cars are expensive. Don't even get me started on gasoline, but all the above. So hang on to your car. And that's one way of doing it. All right. Where are we? All right. So tonight, I got a lot of stuff going on I want to talk about. I really do, because there's a lot of stuff that just drives me crazy with all the misinformation. Well, the brainwashing, it's purposely done. And then they blame misinformation for the stuff that's the truth or more about the truth because they want to stick with the narrative of feeding you crap. And this is what drives me nuts. And again, I have to do my homework. I hope you'll do yours, but I'm going to hope that I'm going to send you on a mission to like get you at least thinking about questioning everything. Okay? Because not everything is as real as it seems. It's just that simple. And I've been doing this for a while, but you know, again, it's all about news, propaganda, lies. If you hear enough of it from all these different places, but how do they happen to know all the same exact stuff all the time? How do they know that quick? I mean, it happens within minutes. It's like a phase. Every day there's some new key phrase, and they all pick up on it. Being weird. No, it's weird. It's really weird. He's really weird. Stupid stuff. Never used to be like this. Never. But we've just become so complacent to all of this, accepting what's being given to you, and you got to stop. Here's real quick. This is my friend Tim Kramer, who does a lot of good stuff, and he brings a lot of stuff to people's attention. Should you find him, Kramer Says, look up Kramer Says, but he brings a lot of truth, and whether you like him or not, he doesn't care because he's doing what he feels is right, and I totally get it. But check this out.
How to tell the difference between news and propaganda. News is when you actually learn something new insights, new opinions, whatever. Propaganda is the same message over and over and over again, shoved down your fucking throat. Like this.
The one thing that I will not forgive them for is their try to steal the joy from this country.
The joy felt by Americans backing the Harris-Walz ticket.
We are joyful warriors.
Being joyful is part of the American identity.
The joy factor.
Campaign of joy. You're talking about radical joy.
It is downright joyful.
It looks like a joyous rally. It looks like a joyous occasion.
A real zeal and joy in the campaign.
The joy that you're bringing back to the country.
Joyful, exuberant rally.
Thank you for bringing back the joy.
Power of joy.
Hope and joy.
Something incredibly joyful.
She does it all with a sense of joy.
Joy.
Joy. Joy.
Joy.
Joy.
Joy. Joy.
Joy.
Joy.
Joy.
Joy.
Imagine that. American politics. Joyful again.
Joy. I got your joy. Stupid stuff. Who thinks up this stuff? And it actually works, though. This is the sad part. It's like everybody's waiting. Yes, we want to bring joy back into, it's like the criminal people, they don't care about joy. Other leaders in the world, they don't care about our joy. They want to take this country. They don't want us to be world leaders while we're sitting there going, oh, it'd be so great if we were joyful again. Hey, I'm a realist. I love being happy. I think happiness is second to none. Be happy at what you do. Love your job. Don't, if you hate going into work every day, there's nothing worse than that. Happiness, I tell my daughter all the time, I don't care what who you become as in a career, what you become for a career. I just want you to be happy, and I want you to make a good living, because this world does not care about you. And that goes for you guys too. I want everybody to be happy. We should be happy. We should be, I go into places, it's really funny because while in Pensacola, for my little stint, I was going into a few stores, and it's just so different, the environment sometimes. These people were just like nice. People were nice. The Gulf Coast. Where I live in California, it's not that people aren't nice. It's just that they're all to themselves. Life is just, the garage door opens, the car pulls in, the garage door closes. You don't see your neighbors. I make it a point to see my neighbors and go, you know what? Because I live and there's a lot of older people that I live around. I said, if you ever need me, I'm busy. But if you ever need me because there's an emergency or this and that, here's my number. Call me and don't feel bad. And I'm always that way. And I still am that way. I'm like that everywhere I go, because we have to have love and happiness in our lives. Now, this joy baloney that they're pushing, joy, that government agency administration is not going to bring you joy. They're pumping you full of crap, and you're buying it. Not everybody, but I remember after she made her DNC speech, and I saw some people that go, God, if ever I was on board, I'm more on board than ever, because it was a good bullshit speech. And Obama's a great talker, but here's my point. It's just talk. Think about it. It's just talk. They do nothing. What have they done for you? Tell me what they've done for you, for real. And again, I'm not left or right. I'm for the better of both evils. And I don't care about the orange man's attitude. I care about policy. And all I know is you can damn me to hell all you want, because nobody comes on this show to try to enlighten me, to turn me around, because I was a Democrat most of my life. In fact, all my life, up until the past 6-8 years. But I'm not anymore. And if the right starts getting crazy again, I'll jump ship. You only got two choices. Being an independent doesn't do anything. You're only wasting your time. But I want my voice to count, and I want what's best, how we felt. And if you're going to sit and tell me that we weren't doing, that life was not better about 5 years ago, I call bullshit. you're going to have to come on this show and talk to me. And nobody tries to come on the show to correct me that, Peter, I think you're wrong, and here's why. They just say, you're full of shit, you're a friggin' idiot, and that's that. And then they get pissed off at me. I'm just bringing it to people's attention. I have some things I'm going to show you that are the reasons why I think you should reconsider loving an administration that has done nothing for you besides tell you that everything's going to be okay. When it's not. It's worse. They're literally putting it in you slowly, so it doesn't hurt as much. That's my analogy. But they're putting it in you. They're sticking it to you. How about that? They're sticking it to you. And they've learned how to do it to where one hair at a time. You don't feel them plucking the hairs out of your head. It's not noticeable until all the hair is gone. And then you're bald. Not by your choice. I want to play you something else. We talked. Last week, was it last week or a week and a half ago? It was the anniversary of Afghanistan when the 13 soldiers were murdered with the bomber and hundreds of people got injured, and it was a mess. With the bad withdrawal of our military troops out of Afghanistan, we left billions of dollars, $80 billion worth of equipment, guns, ammo. It's all on the black market now. All the Taliban, all the damn terrorists, they got the best shit now. They have the best equipment now. All sold to them. Iran, they bought it for pennies on a dollar. It was left there. I mean, how stupid is that? You just don't leave helicopters and planes and jeeps and tanks and rifles and pistols and ammunition. You don't leave that. Who in their right mind would leave that unless they want to do more harm than good? I'll tell you who'd want to do that. Your current administration. They did that. I mean, it's common sense. What would you do? Knowing that it's going to go into the wrong hands. It's obviously going to go into the wrong hands. You think the people are going to have the means of, going and say, hey, we need to go get this stuff out of the way so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands? They're being murdered over there for being the wrong people, for not being part of the Taliban and all that. You don't hear about it. Everything's very selective nowadays. You only hear about what they want you to know, which is lies. But last week, the Orange Man went to the anniversary memorial. I don't want to call it a celebration, but at Arlington National Cemetery to commemorate the 13 soldiers and their families that were there. And then what happens? The current administration twists it around like he's doing it all for photo ops. And let me tell you, this guy doesn't have to go do anything. I'll remind you, he's a millionaire. He doesn't have to do anything, and he gets up every day and does everything. While our current president was lying on the beach, asleep, and the vice president was only a few miles down the road. She could have gone. That was a tragedy, people. It was a tragedy. It was an embarrassment. It was to the United States of America. We duped a lot of people that were promised over there. Afghani people who sided with the U.S. and helped the U.S. through all those years, whether they were interpreters, whatever, anything. And then we left them all there. What do you think is going to happen to them or has happened to them when the Taliban figure it all out, which they already kind of know, but they keep on interrogating? It's an endless thing. They're all gone. They just disappear. We screwed them over, or our administration screwed them over. It's a very sad thing. Anyway, so here's the thing. Over the news the past week, and I see it on Facebook, and you guys, again, get your information straight before you run your mouths. So sick of you're so drunk with hatred for the orange man. Now, I still like you. I just think you're so misled. And if I'm wrong, come and tell me. Face me and tell me. I'm listening. I will tell you if I'm wrong. If it's like, hey, you know what? You're absolutely right. I apologize. I was wrong. But I'm not. And all you guys do is put out these memes or statements and going, figures that guy would just go for a photo opportunity and blah, blah, blah. You know what? He didn't have to get off his ass. He does, though. He's all over the map every single day doing stuff to make a difference. But the biggest thing is he didn't just show up where that's the way they want you to believe. Like he showed up so you could like, look at me mourning the loss of these, fallen soldiers. No. See, the part the military didn't, the part that the administration propaganda machine didn't tell you was he was invited by the families of these 13, or not all 13, but a good handful of the families that lost their children to this screw up. Don't believe me? I'm not asking you to believe me. Take it from one of the parents. Here's one of the fathers of the fallen military soldiers, all right? Check it out.
Vice President Harris, my name is Jim McCollum. I am the Gold Star father of United States Marine Corps Lance Corporal Riley McCollum, killed in Afghanistan, August 26, 2021. Your recent remarks related to Trump's visit to Arlington are filled with nothing but lies and deceit. How do you sleep at night knowing it was you, this administration, you and Biden, you being the last one in the room, are responsible for the death of our 13 kids? You have failed for 3 years and 8 months to acknowledge our kids, to acknowledge me. You don't know me. You've never spoken to me. You've never reached out to me. You have failed in your duties as vice president. You have been nothing but disrespectful to me and the families of the 13. Yet you're claiming that you will always be respectful and show respect for our fallen. You've been absent for 3 years and 8 months. You've proven that you're not capable to do the job that you have, let alone the job that you seek. You know nothing about honor, courage, commitment, respect, but President Trump does. President Trump has been there for us. He's been a rock for us. He showed compassion for us, and he showed he truly cares for the families that truly do know what the ultimate sacrifice really is. You have the day you deserve.
So, okay, it's not me. That is one of the parents. And I'm telling you, I've seen many other, I don't recognize his face because I've seen many other ones beyond, they're just, they despise what happened, how their children died for no reason due to this whole total screw up. And then you got the president, nobody even cares. They just ignore the whole situation and keep trying to brush it under the table. It's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. It'll keep getting, brought up. But it's just, it's horrible the way they've treated what has happened. The whole scenario. But again, don't believe me. There's one of the parents. Go look up some more information. It's out there. Don't listen to me. I'm just bringing things out. Whether you choose to believe it or not, it's up to you. I told you, whatever you decide, I'm not going to not like you. I'm not that guy. But I'm just trying to point out that sometimes, and I don't blame you because they really did a good job at flooding lies. And so you trust the news, but the news sucks. Okay? I'm not a news channel. I'm doing this because my heart says I need to do this, as I do all the other shows as well, of other topics. Okay? I'm going to bring something else again. This is from the band Beard. This is a TikTok guy. This guy's smart. He does his homework. And I can't help but listen to what he says because he brings truth. He brings lots of truth. And it's I just want to share this because, again, that you need to hear this stuff. This is about all the lies of coming out of our new up-and-coming front runner for president, Kamala Harris. Now, everybody that the ones that are all excited about her, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing it. And I'm not going to be on the Democratic side just to be a Democrat when I see everything going to shit. It's ridiculous. Those days are over. I keep trying to tell you. The days of being with the party just because you're with the party sucks now. I don't know what happened to them. If they were good, I'd be right there with you. Be right there with you. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. I'd say I'm not hearing it, but seeing and feeling is too much. I know where we're at. And I'm not going to, just because you don't like the orange man, it's like, he draws a line in the sand, and I just feel he's not willing to let this country go down in flames, even though they're doing everything to kill him because he's such a threat to the criminal organizations within our government. Yes, our government is criminal. They are. I wish they weren't. We all want to believe like everything, they're looking out for us. They're not looking out for us. They're looking out for them. Them, not you. They can care less about you. You're like an ant. Doesn't matter if you get stepped on. Doesn't matter. There's many more ants. Check out Bandbeard5 from TikTok. Go follow him on TikTok. He's got a lot of good stuff, but check this out. Let me make sure I got the right one. Oh, there we are. I almost had the wrong one. Here you go.
Can you imagine being told to vote for a candidate for president that's already in office and is guaranteeing to fix all of the problems that they told you didn't exist for the last 3.5 years? Kamala Harris says she's the one to fix the border, not Donald Trump, even though the numbers were lower under Donald Trump. But fix what problem? You told us for 3.5 years the border was closed and secured and safe. Now we're finding out that's not true. And they've evidently lied about the number of children that have gone missing. This is the same person that tells us they're going to fix the economy. Fix what economy? You told us the economy was booming, the best we've ever seen. You guys have created more jobs and more manufacturing than any president in history, as they now just downgraded the jobs numbers yet again. And we're being told by the CEO of Home Depot that the government needs to be honest about what the real jobs numbers look like. See, she wants to put in price controls, as if we didn't learn anything from the Soviet Union, to control price gouging when inflation due to printing money and spending money is what drove revenues up, which also increased profits because profit margins stayed the same. These are the same people that told you that they're going to fix crime. We were told in the last election that crime was down. It was just a right-wing talking point. Then we found out that major cities aren't mandated to report their crime data like they used to. See, these are the same people who told you Joe Biden was mentally sound and physically fit to be the next president, and they were going to do that, but they said that only long enough so that they wouldn't actually have to have a primary and have you vote, because the last time you had an opportunity to vote for Kamala Harris, you gave her less than 2% of the vote. But pick her, because she's going to fix all those problems that don't exist.
That's common sense from what's actually going on right now. And for those of you who are going to go, la, 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 yeah, but still, that's insanity. He makes a valid point. He makes a very valid point. And that's why I like him. He brings out the common sensibility about what's going on here, that you are just, not everybody, but for a lot of people, it's just blowing over everybody's heads. And especially those who are deranged with the hatred for the orange man. Doesn't matter. Kamala, she's great. She didn't even get 2% when she tried to run. Not even 2%. And all of a sudden now, she's thrown into this arena, which, again, he makes a valid point. Nope, we didn't vote for her. You didn't get an opportunity to vote for her, to put her in there. What if there was somebody better that wanted to be president? They didn't allow that. Why? Good question. I'll tell you why. She's a good puppet. She's going to do exactly what they say. So you want to be president? We're going to put you in here. But you're going to mind what I tell you to do. You're going to do it. And that's going to be help take this country down even more. She's not making decisions. Come on. Come on. She can't even friggin' talk. It's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. You know, I saw some people say, yeah, when she debates the orange man, I don't want to say his name, the orange man, she's going to wipe the floor with him. It's like, yeah, I want you sitting next to me when this goes down. I want you sitting next to me because she can't hold a conversation off script. She can't. Again, for those Kamala lovers, I'd be right there with you if it was true. But I'm not delusional. And I don't hate the Orange Man because I like what he did for us while we were living. Things were pretty thriving. I don't know how you people can afford to live right now. I was in Walmart picking up a couple of things, and for some reason I walked over to the grocery side. I bought a gallon of orange juice. I wanted some orange juice. It was $8 a friggin' for the gallon of orange juice. $8. Even the cashier, the girl, I go, you know that orange juice is $8? And she went and she looked. She goes, oh my God. I go, yeah. I said, I'm buying it, but I won't do it again. And it wasn't even like that it matters. Minute Maid. It was great value. I mean, the Minute Maid was only like 20, 30 cents more, whatever. I just grabbed a gallon of orange juice. I go, give me some sugar water, some orange flavored sugar water. $8 for a gallon of orange juice. Again, people, for those who have families, I'm hurting for you. I don't know how you do it. But if you have families and you're betting that she's going to fix everything that was supposedly the best it's ever been, doesn't that sound a little weird to you? Does that not like set off a couple of bells? Now she's claiming she's going to fix this and she's going to do that, but yet they were raving how everything is as better than it's ever been. Again, it doesn't take a friggin' rocket scientist to figure out, I don't think we're better than we've ever been. I'm starting to get upset. My voice starts getting higher. I don't mean this. I'm talking to you because I love you. And I want you to understand that we need somebody who's going to be in there and take care of business and look out for us somewhat. And at the rate that we're going right now, we are in a spiral downfall and we're going to crash and burn. They want us to crash and burn. I don't want to start saying communism and all that kind of stuff, but it's pretty much, that's what she wants to do. They want us all to be codependent on them, and they don't help us. A lot of people go, well, what's wrong with the government taking care of us? Well, what's wrong with it is like, it's not like what they say they're going to do and what's going to really happen is going to be two different things. And then we're going to be really sorry once we're led to slaughter. Just bringing it to your attention. Okay. He makes a lot of sense. If you don't believe me, go rewatch the videos again. Okay. Watch the show again. And if you need to, believe me, start looking around, folks. Things are not what they seem. Here's Tim Kramer again. All right. I love Tim Kramer because he's not buying into the bullshit. We've been lied to time and time again. And we're getting lied to by our top government officials. And then all the way down the chain of command, they're all following suit. Just believe what we say. We're the government. We're here to help. I used to believe that stuff. Now it's like, screw you, get away from me. Here you go. Check this out, Tim Kramer.
Trust me. Trust me just one more time. That's what they're saying. If you elect us, we'll bring down inflation in 2025. Can't do anything about it now. Even though we're already in power, can't do anything about it right now. Please vote for us.
For many Americans, prices are still too high.
Fighting inflation,
It will be my day one priority
is one of our administration's top economic priorities.
to fight to bring down prices.
The cost of groceries has gone up. The cost of gas has gone up.
And we still have work to do to
Imagine a mother who's making minimum wage trying to feed children. They're killing us without killing us.
What else are you going to do to fix the problem with inflation?
Well, let's start with this.
It is something that we take very seriously.
very seriously.
They're killing us without killing us. Hold on. Forgot all about this. It's getting that time. I need it. Ooh. Smooth. They're killing us without killing us. Useful. We're useful to them, but we don't want you to get too strong. Keep everybody down, and that way we're useful. Useful, but not independent. They're killing us without killing us. That black woman said it, and that's the truth. That's what's happening. They are killing us without killing us. I'm going to play something again from the band Beard. This is exactly how you guys are losing grip. Not you guys, not everybody. I always say that, but the ones who are pro Kamala. It's just a fact. It's the way it is. All of a sudden, she went from less than zero to like, oh, she's our answer to the world now. I don't get it. Stop. Help me understand. Maybe I'll understand. But you're giving up your rights. Now they're just putting people. That's a dictatorship. When they put somebody in, they go, this person's out, this person's in. You had no say in it whatsoever. So much for your democracy. But you accepted it. You let it blow right over your head. They got it right by you, and you said, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. We didn't even get to vote. Voting is one of the last constitutional rights of being an American. You have primaries to vote. Even if you make it, I don't care even if it's for somebody, that's ridiculous. You have that right. You just lost your right. They automatically took out Corn Pop and they put in even a worse situation. Mamala. This country needs a Mamala. You lost. You just let it go. You just let it happen. And then you're going, well, I'm okay with that. Really? You didn't vote for her the last time. She didn't even make 2%. And now all of a sudden she's 100% going to save the world? I doubt it. Here, check it out. Band Beard, TikTok, Band Beard, the Band Beard 5. Check him out. Again, a whole lot of sense.
We now know why Kamala Harris was installed. Yeah, she was installed. She wasn't elected through a democratic process. She wasn't primaried. She was installed. She'll be the first candidate ever not to win a primary. See, the plan was to get Joe elected and then pull Joe and then just have her installed as president, but that fell through because of the debates. So they said, okay, well, let's wait just long enough so we don't have to have a primary, because last time we gave her in a primary, she couldn't even win California, her own state. She couldn't even garner 2% of the vote. She's too progressive, too far left, too woke even for Democrats. So they waited just long enough to install her. Now they've selected her running mate. Her running mate is even more progressive and more leftist and more socialist than she is. The Democrat Party has now told you what direction they're moving in, and that the moderate Democrat has no place in the party. Now they're trying to convince you that all of a sudden she's for border security when you know damn good and well she's not. They're trying to convince the voters of Pennsylvania that she's not against fracking when you know damn good and well she is. They're trying to convince everybody that all of a sudden she's not for defund the police when you know she is. They're trying to rewrite Kamala Harris's history. Her latest commercial says that she took on Big Pharma as vice president to have insulin prices capped at $35. Can somebody please explain to me when the fuck she did that? Because Donald Trump originally did it, Joe Biden canceled it, and then Joe Biden did it. They gave him all the credit. Now somehow Kamala's getting credit. They're rewriting Kamala to make her look like something she's not. And she'll do exactly what you know she will if you were to elect her.
I don't even know where to start. Well, actually, I do. I mean, but there's so many. Just in that little statement that he made, that was what was it here? 1 minute and 40 seconds. Tim Walz. I'm not a real good reader. Like I don't judge a book by its cover. But my spiny tinglers or whatever, there's something weird about that dude. There's something weird about that. Weird. There's something strange about him. And his own brother now is coming out going, we haven't talked in 8 years. Now I know family, family's family. Family's tough. But I pray to God that he's going to start leaking not leaking, but telling what, how that guy really functions. Because he just looks creepy. That's the word I'm looking for. Creepy. I don't see that guy as a world leader. I'm sorry. You have to look the part. Now, here's the problem. You got snakes like my governor here in California, Gavin Newsom. He looks the part, but he's a slithery snake. He is killing California. California is going down in flames financially. He's just ruining it. San Francisco was a very eclectic, cool place to be, and now you're in fear for your life over there. It's a shithole. So I don't judge a book by its cover. I could be wrong, but I know I'm not wrong with this guy. When I know. There's something creepy about him. He's got skeletons in the closet. They're already kind of coming out, but I'm waiting for the family to start telling what's going on. When your family's not behind you because they disowned you because there's some weird shit going on, all right. I mean, and again, I'll listen to it and make my own decisions. I'm not going to believe it just because they say it, but the deeper we dig, and you have every right to dig deep because he's going to be part or attempting to be part of the highest office in our land. They're both birds of a feather flock together, right? Hang on. There is a God. Ladies and gentlemen, from parts unknown, my friend and yours, the celebrity person, voice of Pensacola, Mr.
New York Nick. Wow. I got hung up with football pools and picks and everything else. I just looked at my phone. I said, "Oh no, I missed it," but I called.
You didn't miss anything. I mean, you're here to add to it.
Yeah, but I didn't hear any of the show. I've been doing football picks and football pools because the season starts tomorrow night with the NFL pick'ems. Sorry.
All right, look, hang on one second. Let me catch people up then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I told you last night that I was in Pensacola, Florida, and I did New York Knicks Radio Free Pensacola show last night for whatever it was worth. And on the phone right now with me is the illustrious, the man himself. He has not made an appearance on my show in God knows how many years, and he's on the phone right now. So, hey, Nick.
I'm on the phone right now. I don't know. Is your show running? Are you done in 6 minutes? Or
No. I go until I say I'm done.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Ain't nobody telling me what to do.
I'm on a time frame. I can see the clock tick.
Yeah, not me, buddy. Let me. I want to put up I had a couple of pictures. I want people. Let me plug your show real quick first. So I was on Nick's Picks. Nick does a radio show. I'll let him tell it. But every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central to 8 p.m. on Radio Free Pensacola. You Google it, and it's called Nick's Picks, and he plays classic old time, whatever the hell he wants to play. But he's the last of the last DJ. And I was on his show, and in between about every 10, 15 minutes, he takes a little break, and we went live Facebook while we're still live on his radio show, just what would you say we were doing, Nick?
We were cutting up, and we were trying. The real. There's nothing wrong with what I do because there's no FCC worries, because we can play what we want, we can say what we want. The problem that I have is that I broadcast in the bar too. Now I don't care what I say. I don't care what you say. People are at the bar wondering, they know there's a radio show going on back there, it's like an old FM radio broadcast, but instead of commercials,
right,
we're just cutting up and shooting the shit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and that we did.
Yeah, we do. We do that well.
Yeah.
There's been times I've had guests on that where they start pre-gaming to loosen up, and then by the time we get in there, halfway through the first hour, we're like, holy crap, we're already hammered.
Yeah.
Because obviously the drinking table is right there outside of the door.
Yeah. I cannot deny nor confirm.
Well, I know one thing. I can't thank you enough, because you, above all, even Fred, who helped coordinate the station and the technicalities, and Phil Thomas Cat that helps keep the thing running smoothly. You, above all, and I know for everything from trying to get the lighting and the sound in there and everything, and you've done well. And you guys say it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But wow, when you implement what you do, like, holy crap! Well, look at that. It looks good. Looks okay.
Yeah, well, I saw comments yesterday, and they go, that damn fishbowl blue that you have going on. We look shiny, like we've sweated, like we were working out. I don't know what it is with that color. It is what it is.
It is what it is. The problem, like I said, you can't get it lighter because it is too bright for being inside of a bar. And, with the blue theme in here, like, you know what? Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'll tell you, the funny thing, I went home and I put on my TV, and apparently it's got a loop of, if you finish watching a movie, the next movie comes on. I got home. And Coming to America is on. 5 minutes. Was it 5 minutes into the beginning there? That boy good.
That boy good. That fucking sing.
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Mr. Randy Watson. Yeah. So we talk a lot of nonsense on the show, but we talk about a few factual things here and there, but we try to make it light and have a little bit of fun, and we do. And I'm grateful. I have not seen you in close to 2 years. I don't know whether that's fortunately or unfortunately, but
who knows? I wish I had the time to sit down and watch you and listen to, and I see you, doing your thing. I always see you pop up doing your thing. Look at that. A couple hours ago, I was all ready to come in at 8 o'clock. I was supposed to be back here doing my accounting and all my stuff. And sure enough, Mike Ashby's out there at the bar, and there's people out there, and the football pick, and this and that. And there's football people. And what is it called? Some kind of fantasy football thing. And I don't know any about that fantasy thing. I don't care about that.
When Jesus is in the bar, you got to pay attention.
I got girls in the back room over here pulling things out of their purses, and God knows what they're doing in the back. No drugs. Don't be doing any drugs in my office, in my storage room. You're live on the radio.
That's right. Don't ask, don't tell. Hey, all right. So you didn't know what? Again, I told you tonight. I said if you call in, I said I'm talking about politics and current events, and you said, well, that's good because I got a lot to spew. So, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question, and then you just answer it, okay? Because it's just. Do you think that you should be able to show valid identification to vote? Simple question.
Yes. Of course.
What? Well, why?
I gotta show valid identification to get on an airplane. I gotta show valid identification just about everywhere I go. I gotta show ID when I go to the bar. Go to a bar, and especially voting for something like this, because God knows who's here doing this, doing that, and who got here. I'll give you a better question, and this goes for every single American citizen of this country. Are you better off these last 4 years or the 4 years before that?
Nick, I think they've heard that a million times, but I have people that I watch on Facebook that are still going to tell you we are doing better than we have ever done right now.
Watch this. I'll tell you what. If there is some type of a scare, if there is some type of a stock market frenzy, and people start bailing out and start cashing in, it will disintegrate everything that people think that they have that they don't have physically.
Yeah.
I look at the stock market like I look at Bitcoin, or what's it called, the fake money,
Yeah, you're right.
Cyber money,
Yeah.
cyber currency.
Sure.
Yeah, go cash. You know what? If you doubled your money in the last 4 years, go cash out. Why wouldn't you cash out now, especially before November 5th?
Well, look, because that's that's for people who have money to burn. I follow Facebook very religiously. I watch and see what people are doing. And in your area alone, I have people that are very pro Orange Man and very pro Biden / Kamala. I mean, like they think, and all of a sudden, this woman is like the greatest thing since sliced bread because they hate the Orange Man so badly.
That's it. The only reason, and that's the only reason.
But they can't give me, other than like I'm a friggin' idiot and I suck, that nobody can ever tell me why I should believe that this woman that they put into place, I just got through playing a video about how she was installed. We didn't democratically nominate her to be a runner for president right now. She just got put in and everybody's accepted it. Not
by
everybody.
default.
Yeah, by default.
By default.
They gave up their right.
Let me go back. And I'm not a political person. I know A plus B equals C. Now, I know that when we can go all the way back to the Clintons, when they started in office, they had nothing. They were whoever they were from Arkansas.
Yeah.
And now they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
The Obamas, nothing. Had nothing. Now they're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They have 5 mansions in 5 different locations or something like that.
Sure.
These people go into office with nothing and they come out. But what did Donald Trump do? He donated his salary, which is not much. He already had what he had.
Yeah.
And that's one of the many little things. I just know, and I don't want to follow politics. I own a bar. I don't go here. I don't say this. I don't say that. I don't post anything because I don't want to get into a thing. But a lot of people know what side of the fence I'm on, and I literally have lost customers. And I'll tell you what, another thing for all you Facebook people out there, for the love of God, what are you letting a person you've never met that will never meet you, what are you letting your political affiliation define you as a person? Are you kidding me? I don't let it define me as a person. I just know I had the best 4 years in business from 2016 to 2020. And I don't care what he does, how he does it, what he says, who he says it to. If you are a pansy and if you can't handle it, that's your tough crap. But I know that this country was run better when he was running it.
There's my point. You just made my point. You are a normal business person owning a locally owned grassroots, you want to say mom and pop kind of business, right?
It is mom and pop, yeah.
Yeah, and you're pop.
You can call me pop. I just turned into a senior citizen. Call me pop. You can't call me Uncle Nick anymore. You got to call me pop.
Papa Nick. Yeah. So the thing is, though, because you deal with this on a daily basis, going out and spending time. I want to spend time in bars. I mean, just because I like being social, but it takes money to do that. And you see who can spend and who can't spend and when and how.
I have people coming to me. And it was one thing that it was beach season the last 5 months, but with the way the prices are going up, I couldn't keep up. I was raising my prices a quarter at a time. My accountant says you're wasting your time. You need to raise them $1 at a time. And I couldn't sticker shock my customers like that.
Yeah.
Especially the regulars that come in all the time like that. But I know that people come to me and they say, "Look, it's good to see you." I see them, once or twice a month, where I used to see it once or twice a week, because they have to pick and choose. They go out when there's an event going on, if there's a baseball game down the road, or if there's a show at the theater, or at the something going on at the civic center. So they save their entertainment dollar. So they go to the show, they go to dinner, they go to drinks all the same night. It's their one night to splurge. They can't do it like they used to do it anymore. Most people can't.
A night like that, Nick, is $300-400 easily. I'm trying to be conservative on that because I know I can sit by myself and spend $70 to $120, $150 just because it is what it is.
2 tickets, $150. A dinner, $150.
Yeah.
And then drinks. There's your $400 right there. $100 worth of drinks.
$4,000.
$400 right there. There it is right there.
It is. But this is, again, before you called, I was just mentioning earlier in the show, I don't know how people make it. I paid $8 for a gallon of orange juice the other day. $8 friggin' for a gallon. You have orange juice in your bar, right?
I have orange juice in my bar. I have the FJOC, the frozen, what was it, frozen concentrated orange juice? Yeah, FCOJ.
Yeah, but I mean, $8 for a gallon of Walmart, great, whatever the hell it's called, great shit orange.
Wait. Do you know what's going on October 1st?
Tell me.
Minimum wage is going up again $1.
Really?
An hour. Yeah, and October 1st is when they raise the beer prices and liquor prices.
In Florida?
I got to raise my prices again.
In Florida?
In Florida.
Wow. So what's minimum wage in Florida now?
Right now, I do not know what the normal minimum wage is because I just have bartenders. Yeah. The tipped employees here are making $8.96 an hour. They're making $9 an hour plus their tips. Okay. And in October, they'll be making $9.96, $10 an hour.
Look, in here in California, if you work at McDonald's, you're making $20 an hour for flipping burgers. I mean, God bless the people who have to do dangerous jobs and hard work and all that. How much can you pay somebody?
They wanted all that minimum wage years ago, and they wanted that minimum wage crap to go up. Well, good. Now look. You people that wanted that shit, everybody was shaking their head. Everybody with the head reality going on in their brain was shaking their head. Now it's all come to fruition. And plus, the people don't want to work. And the kids don't want to work that hard. And they don't want to work a set schedule. Yeah. They get enough money in their pocket, then they want to take the night off. They don't stick to a strict schedule. Right. Or they don't want to work that hard. Or they don't want to work that long. Or the guy comes up to the girl and says, I got tickets to Springsteen tomorrow night. Let's go see Springsteen. And the girl goes, I got tickets to Springsteen tomorrow night. Well, it's Friday night. You got to work.
Yeah.
I mean, she said, I'm going to see Springsteen.
No discipline. Well, I think if you had tickets to Springsteen, you'd probably go too.
Well, there's a difference between me going to Springsteen and some girl getting tickets handed to her the night before her shift.
I know it's the only joke I got though, but
I know. Thank you very much. Nice try.
This is just, I'm telling you, going to McDonald's in California is about $30 for two people to get almost $30 to get. Like, I mean, it's not even fulfilling. I mean, because everything's gotten smaller.
First of all, I haven't been inside of a McNugget.
I get it.
Since college. Okay, I'm a Burger King person. Now, I go to Burger King once a week. Now, because I like flame broiled. Yeah. But I go, I go for the 2 for $5 deal. You get 2 Whopper Juniors for $5. You can't beat it.
I get it, but okay, I'm going to give you Burger King because my daughter and I don't go to McDonald's either, and I don't even go to Burger King that much. I don't eat that stuff that much anymore. But the thing is, we went to Burger King, and I'm telling you, unless there's a deal going on, it's about the same price. It's about $24 for two people, $25 for a Whopper meal, Whopper, fries, and a medium drink. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
I'm glad I grew up when I grew up in the era. I don't even know that everybody says, every generation says the same thing, but this is just like, I really, really, really don't know what's going to happen on November 5th. If it goes one way or another. Well, if it goes one way, it'll be great. If it goes the other way, there's going to be a civil war. I think.
Well, I don't know. I just know that the dark side is very in fear of the Orange Man because now he admitted He sat there and said, when I first took office, I got to admit, I'm a businessman. I didn't know a lot about politics. So I'm taking people's referrals. They're going, go with this guy. This guy's really good. And that screwed him over a whole bunch of times. He said, I now know who sucks, who's evil, and who is good. He said it's going to be a different run this time. And I believe him. I totally understand that. But the problem is, the dark side is trying to take him out. They already tried to kill him, and I still in fear because he's going to expose, he knows all the secrets, and he's going to start taking heads this time, and they're scared shitless of him because he wants to bring the country back to some kind of normalcy. Even the government was always the government, but not at this extent.
Of course, and if like you said, if he comes back and does it better than he did before,
I think he will.
The country will be better. I don't care. You know what? And a lot of times he should keep his mouth shut. He should do this. He should. Yeah. You know what? I don't care. I watch South Park. I laugh. It's you know, I see that kind of thing, and I like that. But that's me. You know what you want to do with these people, these other people? I'll tell you what. All these pansies and they get butthurt this way. We should think this way. We should look this way. This is the way it should be. Whoa! I'll tell you what. Give me 4 hours with you. First 2 hours, you got to watch 4 episodes of All in the Family, and then the last 2 hours, you got to watch Blazing Saddles. Pansy.
I'm telling you, it's just, again, this is the life, what we've created over here. But here's what I want to do. Let me ask you another question, because this drove me nuts. They keep on insinuating that this Project 2025 thing is all about Trump. And I've done shows last month on how Trump has nothing to do with this think tank of Project 2025. But the
I don't even know what it is.
Oh,
you have to. Like I said, you think I'm kidding? I don't follow this kind of crap. I don't have time to read, to follow, to keep up. And believe me, all the junk that I you know what started turning me off the crap? 2 things started turning me off: The View and CNN, and that was long time ago. I haven't watched either one. I never watched a full thing of The View. All I could see was those battle axes up there when the show first came out. The only thing I liked about it was that little blonde, the rocket hot blonde who was married to the football player.
Yeah. Okay.
That was her name.
But if you don't follow, then how the hell do you know what you know now?
I know by reality, just by waking up every day and going and opening up my business and trying to survive. And it's all basic 101.
Yeah.
I see the shit that I see. Of course, you know, the social media, you got to throw 95% of it out the window because it's just all made up, or it's keyboard cowboys doing this and doing that. But I'm telling you, Pete, I don't follow it. I don't have the time. And if I was retired, if I won the lottery, if I was sitting back, the last thing I would do would immerse myself in all this garbage. And it just got out of control. It's garbage. I don't know how you do it.
I never thought I would be doing it, but the thing was, it got so bad that I said, I have somewhat of a voice, and if I don't do it, you know me, I'm divorced dad, single dad, you know, but things change. And I felt like this was as important, if not the most important thing, because there's a lot of people that are clueless, regardless of the libtards that are so pro. They have no idea what they're protesting for, but they're protesting. And you ask them what they're. I'm going to bring that up on tonight's show too. But the thing is, they have no clue. They're just protesting because they're fed a headline, and they run with the headline because the news told them to.
You started. You hit the nail on the head earlier. It's not there. It's not what they know and what they think is right. It's the anti-Trump.
Yeah. Well,
it's the bottom line.
It is. They just hate him personally. And
I mean, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, single dad, I remember your little jingle you used to have.
Yeah.
You still got that thing?
Oh, every time. Yeah, it opens and closes. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na.
Oh, I like that.
Well,
I used to laugh.
Yeah, you haven't been paying attention because it's all over every night. You know, it is what it is. Still,
I know. I have zero zero time for. I'm surprised they got the time. I'm surprised no one's banging on the door right now.
I was surprised because I was starting to. I go, he's not going to call. He got lost, and I'm going, okay, but if he calls, he calls, and if he don't, there's always another time because I'm not going away.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Either am I. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you had one of the biggest gripes you could have about what's going on with the lies and the bullshit of the like I love Kamala all of a sudden or the Trump thing, what do you think is your biggest gripe of this whole scenario baloney thing we're going through?
The whole biggest thing is that there is a distinct possibility that this person that has no clue, has no idea how to. I don't know if she knows what to run, but she's going to be running our country. I'm telling you, there's going to be a civil uprising if she gets elected. I'm telling you right now, it was different with Hillary because she was around politics and her husband, and when he was it was okay for him getting a knob job under the Oval Office desk, wasn't it, for free? But it wasn't okay for Trump to go pay the hooker.
Whatever.
You hypocritical piece. I would love to. Is there somebody who wants to debate this shit with me?
Is it fair to say, look, they're throwing everything they possibly can because these are some of the biggest things with the lefties. I'm not voting for a convicted felon. Do you believe all these charges that have been thrown at him that have gone now they're getting thrown out of court left and right? But do you really believe that is stuff that was worthy of? I mean, that it was
who
legitimate.
Cares?
Yeah.
What do they say in the Bible? Let he who cast the first stone. Are you kidding me?
I just don't believe.
Wow.
I think they were digging up anything and they changed the rules. They changed the rules on how you got to play. He could have, he was able to have a top secret. They made it look like he stole papers and things like that. Meanwhile, Biden's got all this crap in his garage just laying around in boxes falling out of the damn door. And
he's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment to Syracuse University.
Well,
and he finished in the bottom. He finished in the bottom of the class.
Again,
that's for sure.
Lies on top of lies on top of lies, and they continue the lies. And it's like, and everybody starts writing me going, because I'm talking about like bloodbath that they go and he said it on his farewell speech at the DNC. He's like, Trump. He said it's going to be a bloodbath. I go, I can't believe they got the balls to keep on beating that dead horse. Because if you watch Trump's speech, he says, if we don't get the car industry under control, there's going to be a bloodbath in the car industry, everything going out of this country. He didn't mean a bloodbath. And I mean, I'm tired of having to prove this crap to the.
You don't have to prove it. Look. Ollie, you know what? I don't.
Yeah.
Pete.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is.
And I got to go to the bathroom, so I got to. I got to run. Well, I'm not going to take the phone to the bathroom with me. And
go ahead. I should have put you on camera. That would have been good. All right. Look, I appreciate you remembering to call in, and we'll get together again sometime. I didn't mean for it. Well, you were on hiatus anyway. You took your little sabbatical. Let's tell everybody real quick. Let me find it again here. On where to find you. Tell everybody about your radio show one more time.
Yeah, it's a streaming radio station called Radio Free Pensacola. Nick's Picks is on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Central. It's like an old-fashioned FM radio broadcast with a whole bunch of frustrated DJs that created the station. And it's like listening to good old-fashioned radio. Turn a sporting event on and turn the volume down. Listen to the radio for a couple hours. Listen to good old music. Shit you can't find anywhere else anymore. You can't hear it. You gotta play your own stuff. Well, somebody's out there doing it for you. Well, that's me.
That is very true. Plus, as you said last night, there's a little bit of a bonus included with the Facebook Lives.
Yeah, in a Facebook Live, you get to, I'm the best looking guy you'll ever hear.
Wow.
So, but Radio Free Google Radio Free Pensacola. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with it. It's a lot of great. You get to play what you want and say what you want, and I got guests in there. We drink because we're in the radio station's inside the bar. So it's all, there's no structure. It's just,
Oh, there's definitely
straightforward radio.
Definitely.
They call it.
Definitely no structure. That's for
That's right.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But again, we're professionals and we understand what it needs and what we do. But I'm telling you, I'm not like tooting our own horn. But everybody says to me, he goes, "You and Nick, you guys make a good combination." I go, "Yeah, like fire and ice, you know."
Yeah, oil and vinegar.
Well, whatever. The odd couple. Oscar.
All right.
Oscar. All right. Go relieve yourself.
I gotta go hit the head, as they say.
I relieve you of duty. Thanks for calling in. Don't be a stranger.
Keep doing what you do best, and I gotta get a hold of you before November 5th. After my vacation, I'll get back a hold of you again.
All right, you'll be going. Well, we're all gone. Whatever. We all know where we're at. Here we are.
Enjoy California for me, sir.
Peace out. See you later.
Out.
All right. New York Nick, the infamous New York Nick. I used to call him the voice of Pensacola because when I was a kid playing music, I mean, we were all a lot younger. He worked at a really big, at a bar, one of the biggest clubs. It wasn't a bar, it was a club that had weekly road bands. Like the band would come in, different band every week. And he just had this commanding voice, and he was the guy that introduced the bands and played the music in between, and then he went on, things. But anyway, we've been friends a long time. So when I'm in Pensacola, seeing that he's got this little radio thing going on, it's like I'm there to help him mess it up in between sets of music, and you can see that visually, and it's in a purple poster graphic kind of look. I tried to help him make it normal like this, but he won't do it. And sometimes you got to just let it be the way it is. But we have fun. We have fun. And again, it's all about being happy. Now let's go back to where I was at. Wherever the hell that is. I want to tell you a little something about, we were talking about the Democrats. And again, don't be mad at me. I was a Democrat. I'm tired of the lies and the bull crap, okay? So I'm not. It's like when they straighten up and they get their act together again and I see through the lies, I'll go back if it's better. But they're off the rails, folks. And if you're hanging with them to be because you were, I totally understand the mentality. I do. But take a look around you. Nick just said it. He owns a business. He's noticed how hard he has to work just to stay alive right now. And God knows how many businesses have gone under because of where we're at. And they blame it all on the Orange Man from 5 years ago. It's like, stop it. Stop it. Grow up. Face reality. Nick says he's into reality. He sees what happens every day. So Dan Bongino, I'm telling you, I like Dan Bongino. He's got his own show. He's sitting there talking about how blatantly in your face the Democratic Party is like talking to the other bigwigs Democratic Party about like, hey, you just got to lie until the election and then we can go back to getting all nuts and doing the shit we do, doing the bad things that we do. All right. If you think I'm lying, he's got it on tape. Here it is. Pay attention.
This is the best clip of the show. You think the Democrats are sincere and they mean what they say and they're genuine or authentic, they're for the little guy? Listen to this clip. I may play this twice. Here's the Democrats at the DNC. They're like, hey, man, just act normal for a little bit, and in 70 days, we can get crazy again. No, they didn't say that on an open mic. On open mic, in an open forum. They didn't even care that you hear it. They're all fake. All of it. Watch.
We got 70 days to act right, y'all. That's right. Now, after 7 days, we can go back there and crazy. Right?
Let's do an encore performance. Again, forget about it. This isn't like an open mic like they didn't know. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, the dude, guys, am I right? He's at a podium with a crew and people. It's not like he doesn't know them. It's like he going, Dan, your mic is live. Yeah, no shit. It's 11:40. We're doing our live stream. Like, he didn't know. They're bragging about this. Everything they tell you is fake. Jobs numbers, tax numbers. Everything they tell you is fake. Everything. They are full of shit. At least Donald Trump is authentic. Watch again.
We got 70 days to act right, y'all. That's right. Now, after 7 days, we can go back there and crazy. Right?
Oh, and I promise you they will.
They're right. They say it. They say it. And they're not even hiding it because they know that you are not paying attention. They don't even care anymore. I got news for you. I'm paying attention. And I'm putting it out there hoping that I could reach a few of you. They're flat out telling you you're stupid. You're falling for it. I'm telling you, I don't think you're stupid. I just know that they're very good at selling this bullcrap. And I'm asking you to wake up and stop buying into it. They don't care about you. It's right there. Go watch the video again. He didn't stage that. He didn't hire actors. Those people are all predominant Democratic, people of whatever they do. I don't have time to be going any deeper than that. If that doesn't spell it out for you, I don't know what does. I just don't get it. But yet, your hatred for the orange man, and it goes, but still, I don't care. Give me 2 tickets to the Titanic. 2 tickets to the Titanic, Dice. I'm making it lighthearted, but it's the truth, and it's sad. It's a sad truth. Check this out. Kamala Harris has a page on X. X is one of the last places left to where you can talk whatever side you're on, and they will allow you without censoring you. Like I get censored on YouTube and TikTok and even Facebook. Somebody was writing me saying that they were trying to do things on Facebook and they couldn't get it wasn't registering. They're like they're keeping things from being predominantly spoken of and throttled down. They want to keep you down. I know my shows aren't being seen as much on the tube and on TikTok. I know it. I can see it. But I'll keep on going. And that's why I need you guys to share. But this is an example. So X, Elon Musk bought it and says, look, you can say what you want so long as it's within legal reasons. You're not hurting anybody, blah, blah, blah. And Kamala Harris has a page on X, and she did something just recently, and all the comments are the true belief of what's going on. They could tell you how great she's doing till the cows come home. The reality is she sucks. You know it. I know it. But you hate the orange man so bad that you're willing to bet on the suck horse because you don't want to bet on the orange man. And that's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying that decision is stupid. I love you. I keep hoping you'll just come to terms. It's like for the sake of your family, of your children, that all this like the orange man's a liar. Please come to my show and tell me why he's a liar. I need you got to go into detail besides generally just blurring out the same old crap that they have programmed you and conditioned you to say. I'm all in. I'm listening, but nobody does. So check this out, all right? I want you to listen to this guy. This is a recent X post that has just gotten bombarded by, she's just full of shit. Here we go.
Holy crap, America. Kamala Harris and her campaign is in absolute free fall right now. They are literally collapsing. Just like I told you they would. She's having her Michael Dukakis moment. Why? Because Kamala Harris is the least skilled politician to ever run for president. She's terrible at this. And this is what happens when you allow a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds to run all over platforms pretending to be your surrogates, and then you take advice from them. You got to see what's happening on Kamala Harris's X page right now after the most ill-advised post I think any person on the planet has ever made. And back on July 28th, I told you exactly what was going to happen. And for you Gen Zers who don't know who Michael Dukakis is, just sit back and watch what happens to Kamala Harris, and you'll understand exactly who Michael Dukakis is, because that's who Kamala Harris is. And the fact is, the Democrat Party knows it. They know damn well what they're getting into bed with, and they know what's going to happen in November. And this is the reason why they are trying so hard to convince you that every lie that they've been telling you about Donald Trump is true, because they're scared to death that Kamala Harris is the new Michael Dukakis. Now, what I'm going to show you is a screen recording of me scrolling through Kamala's X page, the post that she made tonight, where she thought it would be a good idea to politicize Gold Star families and try to score cheap political points. She's getting wrecked. Now watch this. This is the post that she put out today, a couple of hours ago. And I switched this to most recent. There are literally thousands and thousands and thousands of messages just like this. I didn't come across a single message of support for Kamala Harris in any of this. It got to the point where I just had to start scrolling through it just so I could try to find something positive. Look at that. You should have kept your mouth shut. Look at that. This is crazy. Totally fake. Look at this. She is just about finished. This is what Michael Dukakis looks like in 2024. Look at this. Look at this. Look. It just keeps going and going and going and going. It just keeps going. It doesn't stop. Look at this. And this is happening even faster than I thought it would. I thought it would be the debates that would actually do her in, because once she starts talking, people are going to remember just how bad she is at this. But even I completely underestimated Kamala Harris's ability to F things up. This is her Michael Dukakis moment.
Okay, I'm going to say it again. Don't believe me? Go to X, go to her page, and start reading what the people say. Now, look, you're always going to have people, because I see people that go, you know, there's always going to be people who love the blue and people who love the red. But you should be able to get a gauge by what real people, these are real people talking, okay? Real people talking, not the news media filling your heads going, well, the news said it. It's got to be true. It's the farthest from the truth. Then when the news says it, you can almost guarantee it's not true. It's sad. Very sad. I hope one day it'll come around again, but I trust no one when it comes to information. I just don't. We're living in this weird time that they're trying to take over everything, and it's all based on your beliefs. I don't believe any of it. I don't believe any of it. That's why I'm putting it out there for you to judge, okay? It's like you're going, oh, bullshit. Go look. Don't just hang up the show and go, oh, this Peter guy. I'm not telling you to believe me either. I'm giving you information. Take a few minutes and research. It's for your own good. It's for your family's own good. It's for the future. The future's own good. We have a voice. Enough of us together can make a difference. But if you just get complacent and let them make the decisions, they're looking out for us. They're not looking out for us. Stop it. You're going to be in worse shape than you are now. Don't believe me? Go look. I'm pointing you in the direction to go check some things out. Please. Here's another guy. He knows. He watched the DNC. Obama was smooth. Okay, Obama's smooth. I believed in him for the first 2/3 of his presidency. I'm going, I knew that. I go, okay, again, I'm not racist whatsoever. I got no problem. I have two things I believe in, good and bad. I don't give a shit what color you are, orange, green, red, purple, black, brown, yellow, white. Doesn't matter. I think I got all the primary colors. I don't care. I care if you're good or bad. That's all I care about. But when they brought in the first black president, everybody's like, yeah, the first black, like he's going to... See, my father was Greek. Greek to the bone. And I remember, they just mentioned Dukakis. I remember, I was a kid. He's like, Dukakis, he was Greek. My father, it's like, so because he's Greek, my father believed in him because he was Greek, like he was going to help all the Greek people or something. They don't give a shit. Just because you're black, like, that was the thing. We got our first black president. He's going to help the blacks. He really didn't help the blacks. Trump did more for the blacks than Obama did. because he was put in there for a mission to start slowly degrading this country. He didn't do anything he promised. Most of the stuff he didn't promise. He walked the fine line, but he was a good talker. You saw it on the DNC. His Big Mike, his wife, she's a good talker too. She is. Oprah has lost. She doesn't hold up anymore. Nobody gives a shit about her. She's mega rich. Go away. She doesn't hold up anymore. People don't care. They're done. She had a great run. Anybody would be envious to have her life. Just go away. All the things. She just kept rehashing the way she does. Believe! Or whatever the hell she was saying. It's like, that was from the 80s. We are now in 2024. Stop. Go away. Go live your life. You've already done enough damage in Maui and bought up enough property and all that kind of stuff. You can't take it with you, Oprah. Who are you going to give it to? What are you going to do with it? It's a whole nother show. My beliefs about what's really going on with her. But anyway, that's corruption for you. Money corrupts, I guess. Here's a guy talking about this whole DNC and, believing, because again, like a lot of people got fired up like, yes, we still can, or whatever. Yes, we still can, or whatever it is. But check out this brother, all right?
Barack Obama was at the DNC on the same shit. Barack just walking across stage, smiling. Oh, I'm fired up. You fired up? Well, shit, we tired. I'm fucking glad to know that you having a good day, because I think I speak for everybody when I say we ain't having no good day. It ain't shit to be fired up about. Talking about come on, guys, do the right thing. Do the right thing? Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. You want to know what the fuck the right thing is? Lowering these damn gas prices. Lowering these groceries. Even that overseas bullshit alone. Helping our veterans. Helping our children. Taking care of this country first. And as far as I'm concerned, Trump is the only one talking about it. And of course, it was only a matter of time until she brought up Trump. Oh, Trump, he don't like us because we're highly educated black folks. Trump is the only one that did anything for black folks. Black colleges was begging your husband to fund them. Donald Trump came in like a Mississippi pimp and said, y'all don't need to beg us, and gave them unlimited funds. Some shit that they was begging your husband for. How dare you all get on this stage, give these preposterous speeches. A box of Udo and noodles is $20 fucking. We don't give a shit about what you talking about. God, man. Unbelievable. I'm mad, man, because it doesn't need to be like this. It does not need to be like this. This is silly. They out there talking about do the right thing. That's the farthest thing that they trying to do.
Unless you're drinking the Kool-Aid. There's lots of people that feel like this. I could do a 24-hour show. But then again, there's lots of people that are going to be pros and cons, but there's a lot. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not. And there's a lot of people are like, oh, friggin' Peter. I get the emails. I got some close friends. And it's like, Peter, I used to love your show. What has happened to you? Like, what has happened to me is I can't let this slide. Just because you have a belief, great. Keep on believing, I guess. I'm not here to try and change your mind. I'm here to bring a few points to fruition. And something you might want to consider, because again, I truly believe that a lot of people are in the Democratic Party because they were in the Democratic Party, and it's one of those type of gangs, death to the bone, and it's like Democratic to death. And I don't know, I'm just not one of those guys. I was Democratic, keep saying that. I wasn't the party, and I'm saying I don't like AOC. I don't like Omar. What's her friggin' face? The squad. These people are talking like crazy ass stuff. I'm not buying into that. It's like, I'm not the brightest bulb in the bunch, but I kind of get it. I got a good grasp on things. I know what's right and what's wrong and what's stupid. And they're stupid. I'm not buying into her. I'd hate to be. I think OAC, she's got a fiance or whatever. God bless that guy. Pansy. Who would put up with her? She's drunk with power and she's got nothing to say besides getting in your face and yelling. No bill she's ever tried to pass ever got passed. She needs to go back to bartending. That'd be a good, humbling, just go get a real job. Because you got lucky that I don't even know how the hell you got into whatever you were doing. People just wanted change or whatever. We need change, but you're not you're not helping anybody. She's not helped anybody except herself. She's helped herself. Okay. But anyway, what do I know? I digress. Just bringing it to your attention. But again, here's another woman here's a quick 8 seconds of reality.
Voting for Kamala after getting rid of Joe is like shitting your pants and then changing your shirt. Yeah.
Now, you could change your shirt because maybe you got a little on your shirt. But if you're only changing your shirt after you crapped your pants, I see your point. You know? You need to change it all. Let me, in case that didn't sink in. Here, one more time. Sorry, I got to do it.
Voting for Kamala after getting rid of Joe is like shitting your pants and then changing your shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. True story. He was bad. She's going to be even worse. They both were put there to follow directions. And people sell out. It's amazing to me what money does to people. I will never, ever, ever sell out. I may make a conscious decision that may be wrong here and there, not much, but I will never sell out. If it don't feel right, I'm not doing it. If I believe in it, I'll do it. But I got a pretty good gauge on what the hell's going on. Here, I mean, in life in general, whatever. It's like, for me, I know that if I got offered $3 million per season to do a sports commentary show, because like New York Nick, he's a sports guy, okay? His place is all themed around football, basketball, baseball, bowling, you name it. I made a joke about that last night. He's like 64 days until baseball, football. I have no idea. I don't even pay. And I go, yeah, I don't follow. So if I was offered $3 million, it's like, I'm not going to jump in there and make like I'm like the guy when I'm not the guy. I don't, that's like, I know when you got to like say yes and when you got to say no. It's not my passion. I'm not good at commentary sports. I don't keep up with the teams, the players. Now I could add commentary to the commentary. I'd be good at that. I'm like icing on the cake. A little extra whipped cream, please. But to be the guy when we're talking about the president and you believe it, it's like, no, I'm not going to do it. We've gotten shortchanged these past because everybody wanted decency. They wanted to bring back the elegance to the White House. If you think we've got elegance, the guy has crapped his pants in front of dignitaries. Now he's gone. And they stabbed him in the back now. Now they stabbed him in the back. They go, we know you're stupid. We've hid your senility for years. We all knew it. We all knew something was really wrong. But you just, because you have the hatred, you want to love him no matter what. I don't care. He's been in office, been in politics for over 50 years now and hasn't really done shit besides line his pockets. Sorry, not sorry. Speaking of which, I'm going to move on because, man, oh, man, I only got to get out of here. This is bothering me. I'm always going to speak about it. Project 2025. You libtards and the people who just have the hatred for the orange man just keep on pushing that this is the orange man's policy. Your favorite news network besides MSNB bullshit, MSNB a communist, you know what I'm talking about. You guys who follow CNN and believe it like it's real. It used to be. I used to like watching CNN. I just learned that it's not anymore. It's not. Here's CNN finally, because they're closing offices, they're closing news offices like it's going out of style. They are tanking because they've said so many lies that there's not enough people to hold them up anymore. But this Project 2025 thing, I've told you time and time again, week after week, this has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with Trump. He doesn't even, it's got nothing to do with Trump. It's that simple. But again, the media twists all this, and they've said it on stage. They've saying it in the DNC. They're lying. Okay? But here's your favorite news station, for those of you who follow, admitting that this is all bullshit. Here you go. And then I don't want to hear it no more. And unless you got something better to tell me, this is CNN admitting that Project 2025 has nothing to do with the Orange Man. All right? So take this and please humble yourself and stop the nonsense.
From Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester of Delaware about Project 2025 and former President Trump.
He has, with his friends, said the quiet parts out loud, but not only said them out loud, he wrote a book about it. What's it called? Project 2025.
That is false. Trump did not write Project 2025. The project's big policy document published by the Heritage Foundation think tank lists dozens of people as authors, editors, contributors. Donald Trump is not among them.
You hear that? She said, he said, and this is all the he said, she said. He wrote Project 2025. No, he didn't. It's a think tank. They've been around for years. All these crazy ideas. But it doesn't mean anything. But you shoved it down Facebook. I watch it on Facebook, and all you people, I love you to death. I do. I still love you because I think you're just confused. You're just misled because of the hatred towards the Orange Man. I'm playing this again because I need you to hear this, all right? So I don't want to see any more of this. Take this and go look a little deeper then if you don't believe me. It's not me. It's your beloved CNN telling you right here. Here you go.
From Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester of Delaware about Project 2025 and former President Trump.
He has, with his friends, said the quiet parts out loud, but not only said them out loud, he wrote a book about it. What's it called? Project 2025.
That is false. Trump did not write Project 2025. The project's big policy document published by the Heritage Foundation think tank lists dozens of people as authors, editors, contributors. Donald Trump is not among them.
And you believe them because they told you, because you want to believe them. You want to believe them. You want to believe on how bad of a person he is. So you buy it, and then you take the ball and you start spreading the infection. Keep spreading it. So then the other person who doesn't know any better, except for the fact that they hate the Orange Man, spreads it some more. It's a disease. Stop, okay? Well, I'm not going to fault you for falling for it. I say this a lot. But stop, and just stop. Got nothing to do with him. You want to read about him? He's got something called Agenda 47. Go look that up. But you won't because you don't care. You just want to hate because it's the Orange Man. And you want to go on the Titanic party and just go down with that ship regardless. Anything but the Orange Man, foundation. It's sickening. It's sickening. Again, your eyes and ears tell you exactly how you feel and what's going on. And that's why I changed. I changed because of it. I figured it out. I need you to figure it out. And if those of you want to go on the Titanic Democratic Party, go. Go for it. Okay? I will still, that's up to you whether you like me or not. I'll still like you. I mean, there's so many, again, can't say enough. There's so many good things in our lives, but I'm just trying to help. I could be doing anything. I don't even have to be here. I killed myself to get to this show tonight. I didn't kill myself, but I mean, it was a long process to get here tonight. Believe me. I do it for you. I do, because I want somebody to finally go, wow, okay. I can't believe I thought about that. I backed all that crap, and he's right. And if I'm not right, come on my show and talk to me about it. Come on my show and talk to me about it. Come on my show and talk to me about it. Please. Here, I want you to hear something, because here's your orange man. Here's a few things that he did wrong or right or whatever. I'm playing this. So, if you're going to have a heart attack, please, just take it easy. It's only a couple of seconds. Here you go.
Donald Trump, the worst president of the United States. Here are 5 facts that could change your mind. Fact hash 1, 2017. Trump signs the biggest tax reform in decades, favoring the middle classes and businesses. Fact hash 2. It was the president who took the risk of meeting Kim Jong-un for the first time. Diplomacy or madness? What do you think? Fact hash 3. Donald Trump was the only president not to start a war. Additionally, he managed to build strong ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who perhaps knows that the Ukraine-Russia conflict would never have happened with Trump as US president. Fact hash 4. Under his presidency, the unemployment rate reached its lowest level in 50 years. And yes, the facts are there, no offense to the Democrats. And finally, last fact, under Trump, the United States became a net exporter of energy for the first time since 1957. He succeeded where all others failed. He who is not basically a politician, but an outstanding businessman.
I know there's a bunch of you just you're going into freaking anaphylactic shock right now. It's like, I hate this guy. But it's undeniable, okay? It's undeniable. He didn't start any wars. There was no wars while he was in presidency, okay? No thanks to anybody, okay? There was no wars. Is he rough around the edges? Yes, he is, because he doesn't care. He's not a politician. He says what he feels. I totally understand it. I don't always agree with it, but I understand it. He went to North Korea. They kept saying that Trump was going to start, a world war with friggin' North Korea. He walked across the North-South Korean line and shook hands with Kim Jong-un. Nobody has done that. They got an understanding after he was calling him Rocket Man and all this kind of crap. Stop. He's got this ability to be strong, tough, but understanding, because it's business. That's the problem. We got to get rid of this politics and bring it back to business. We were doing better. That's undeniable stuff. You can say, yeah, but still. That's the greatest excuse. Yeah, but still. Sorry. Here, this is for all my libtard friends, right? This is going to prove I need to go. I got so much stuff to show because Nick called, and I'm glad he called. But I'm finishing up. We're going to go long. This is a long show, and I'm getting longer. My shows are getting longer and longer because it's that important, okay? I make no apologies. But this is an old clip from when they were trying to impeach Trump, because he's been kicking and fighting. If everybody had gone along with him, we'd be even better. But they were in such a threat. They have been fighting him since the day he took office. And that man still got up, kept fighting what should have been our, all of us in this together and making the country a better place. But here's some old libtard, mentally uninformed, they have no answers. They're just sheep being fed. And this is my biggest gripe. It's like, give me some substance. Tell me what you're pissed off about and why you're doing what you're doing. But no, they're just following. Meh. They're just following. Check this out.
Why do you want Trump impeached?
I don't know, man. Why do you think?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
You don't know, but look at all these people out here.
I know. Not one has answered the question, literally.
I don't know how to read. There's signs everywhere.
Where did you go to college?
I went to college here. It's none of your business. Actually,
Okay, well, you insulted me. You said I couldn't read, and I definitely can. I read more than you.
I'm just asking
but here's the thing.
You're asking the same question all the time.
All the signs say impeach Trump, and I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, they say impeach Trump. Why?
Maybe you should read some more signs. There's a lot.
They all say the same thing. So another one, still over. Hey, can you tell me why you want Trump impeached?
He shouldn't be co-opting the hurricane and our tragedy here in Texas to try to revive his failing popularity.
So he shouldn't address the tragedy?
That's all I have to say.
He shouldn't address the tragedy. Wow. She doesn't want Trump to address the... Okay. Excuse me, sir. Do you know why Trump should be impeached?
Yeah, he's a fake.
What's fake about him?
He's all about Russia, dude. You know that.
What about Russia? What did he do to Russia?
It's all about business for him, dude.
Name it. What did he do? Can you tell me what it's about?
Look at the news.
All right, you know what?
You're ignorant.
I'm ignorant. Okay.
Go
Excuse me.
home.
I'm going to have to actually do something right here.
You're not a real journalist. You're just harassing.
Hey, follow me. Follow me. Follow me real quick. I'm going to bring this guy's attention. Excuse me, officer. I mean, this man has literally yanked a microphone out of my hand 3 times. Okay, it's the man in the glasses, so I just want to point that out. Maybe he'll stop. I understand if you can't do anything, but just keep an eye on him. He's out of control. So, okay, so hold on. So still nothing. Still 0. Let's see if anyone over here has an answer. Hey, why should Trump be impeached?
Donald Trump has got
No. You have kids? Do you have a family? Hey, can you guys tell me why Trump should be impeached?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, you want to pass it to him? Oh, he's going to pass it back to you? Okay. Who's going to tell me? Who's going to tell me? All right, who out of you two can tell me why Trump should be impeached?
I actually do not claim a reason right now why he should be impeached. I do not support him as our president.
Okay, do you think he should be impeached?
Pence is worse, but, I mean, there's no winning.
What if you actually got behind President Trump and united the country? Would that win?
Do you think Trump is behind me and what I stand for and what I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
From an immigrant family.
Yeah, he likes legal immigrants. Your family probably immigrated here legally, followed the law, right?
All right.
Was that accurate?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, maybe. I guess maybe not, and that's why you're out here? Hey, can you tell me why Trump should be impeached, ma'am?
Go away.
Still over.
This is why I get pissed off. You got people protesting and they have no idea what the hell they're protesting for, except we hate the orange man. You saw that Dean? That Dean was going, I really don't know what they, because he's pissed off because he doesn't have a man's voice. He has no idea what we're protesting for, but he just knows that we don't want the orange man because he doesn't have a man's voice. And therefore he can't think like a man or a woman. That was an old clip. All right. Here is a more up-to-date clip of what's going on. And again, people, I'm all for you. Just give me an educated reason behind what you're doing. All these Palestinian protesters, they have no clue besides free Palestine. Dun, 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 dun. They have no clue of the depth of what's going on to give you an educated answer. If you do that for me, I'm all in. But until then, this is stupidity at its finest. Everybody jumping on board to be a part of something. And the youngsters, the college kids, I get it. But they're very much a part of this whole process, okay? Here, check this out. This is a more modern-day libtard, unreasonable, uninformed, ignorant, protest stuff. Here you go.
Today, we're trying to find out from the attendees what Kamala Harris's greatest accomplishment has been as VP.
I mean, honestly, I'm not too into politics. I'm just here for the vibe.
Becoming the first female vice president.
So becoming the VP is the best accomplishment?
Yeah, absolutely.
Being a good person.
Being a good person?
Yeah. She's I don't know. She seems really good for women.
Harris is there with the energy. She has a lot of enthusiasm, so it's important to get behind her.
What is Kamala's top accomplishment, you think?
I can't say anything right now. Give me a second.
Her top contributions to policy or policy as VP.
I wasn't in on the policy making decisions with President Biden, so I don't know.
Her favorite policies, oh my gosh. See, I wish they would tell us more about that because I honestly don't know. I know she's done some good work with immigration, even though they say opposite.
What do they say?
Well, well, what is it? She's the border czar.
The fake border czar.
Fault that all these immigrants are coming over, to cross the border right now, which I don't think they are.
People have been saying that Kamala's a border czar, or whatever that means. Is there an issue at the border? Has Kamala done anything about it? Or was there not anything to do about it, and so they're just kind of making things up?
So I don't think there's an issue with the border at all. Yeah, I feel like, yes, illegal immigrants are coming to America, but that's what America's all about, is to come to America and live that American dream, because America isn't just for the whites. It's not just for the blacks. It's not just for the Mexicans. No, it's for everyone around the world. We're supposed to be a country of letting people come in and do what they'd like. I mean, I understand that with, they say the border crisis is causing all these drug issues and it's causing crime, but in my opinion, there's crime everywhere. You can go to New York, you can go to Canada, you can go anywhere across the world, and there's going to be crime regardless.
Yeah, it's a total, they're blowing it way out of proportion, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's way out of proportion. So let's add more crime on top of the crime and defund the police and let people get raped and killed and robbed and murdered and all the above. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed is the stupider of the stupid. These are the people who have the time to go out and protest and don't even know what they're protesting for. The woman just said, "Yeah, I wish I knew more about what her policies were." So then why the hell are you out there? Because she's a woman. We need a woman. And it's like, no, we don't really need a woman. It doesn't have to be. Well, I'm not going to vote for a woman for the sake that we have our first woman president, even though the potential of running us into the ground is very evident. I don't care, people. I don't care. I want you to not take this personally, but I need you to take this to heart. We are in serious times. They're halfway to taking us completely down as a nation. And you're just giving into it because you're buying into their bullshit. Stop. Think. Leave the hatred for the orange man's personality and think about letting him run business, because that's all we've got. He's the only man. He took a bullet almost for this country. He didn't have to. And maybe his ego, because he wants to make he wants to go down in history. He's already gone down in history. Believe me. He doesn't have to do this. And I am not, just because it's the orange man, I'm not a Trump lover, but show me anybody else willing to put their neck out like that man is doing. Show me anybody else. And if I'm blind that he's the bad guy and he's the one going to take us down, why didn't he take us down the first time around? I don't give a shit. I love you. I do. But you're not going to change my mind unless you come to me and tell me and show me publicly that I'm wrong. And I will gladly say I'm wrong. But you won't, because I'm not. Last video of information. This is the infamous Grant Cardone. Anybody who doesn't know who Grant Cardone is, he's got mega bucks. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants to say. Not all of us are like that. Believe me, I get all the emails every week going, "God bless you, Peter. I want to say what you're saying, but I can't because I have a job." And if you don't start saying the truth and don't start speaking up, we're all going to get led to slaughter. We need to let them know that we know, and we're not going to take it anymore. That's the key to our success. They think they've got everybody spellbound. It's sad. It's very sad. Check this out, because I'm right there. I don't have Grant Cardone bucks, but I'm right there, and I make no apologies.
Whatever you've got to say it loud, say it proud, and don't worry about those people that are offended by what you have to say. They're never going to help you anyway.
I'm going to say whatever I want to say. As many times as I want to say it. Lose as many people. Offend as many people.
Right.
and then I'm going to put my attention on the rest of them.
And that doesn't affect your business?
I don't care if it does. Like, I hope it does affect my business. You know,
because some of
you
your
guys don't want to
investors-
do business with me because I'm voting for Donald Trump. Yourself. Okay, keep your money. Don't do any business with us. Like, if that's all it takes to upset you, I don't want to do business with you. So if I can't have my opinion on that in a country that's free, a company that I own.
Because a lot of people try to please everyone. And
then you become nothing, dude. This reminds me of high school. The most
Right.
miserable time of my life was trying to be popular. The most miserable 3 or 4 years of my life was when I was trying to be the popular guy.
Same. I
And
wasted
get
so
along-
much.
Huh?
I wasted so much time. I try to do that too.
I know none of those people today.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I remember some of them, but Jay
You
and
keep a little
Billy,
notebook.
Pete, Mike used to beat me up, but I know this. All those guys know me. Every one of them knows me.
I make no apologies. I don't have his money, but I have his beliefs. We share the same beliefs. You just know what's right and you know what's wrong. And for those of you who truly feel the same way, and I get it, I totally get it. You feel like you're right in believing on the other team. That's your God-given freedom. And I don't condemn you for it. I'm just asking you to explain it to me. And if not, God bless you. Go down, do what you do. It's not going to affect me as liking you, because I either like you or I don't, because we had friendships way before all this. Speaking of which, I want to thank New York Nick for calling me after I was on his show yesterday. He just does it for fun. I do it because I care. But thanks for calling in. This is a long show. We are over the 2-hour mark, people. I'm starting to feel like what's his name? Drawing a blank. I'm tired now. It's been I've been up for over 24 hours. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, doesn't matter. I digress. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you with a little closeout video in fun, but very much truthful. Joe Rogan does 3-hour shows. I understand how they're 3 hours. Time just flies because you have a whole lot to talk about. It's like every week my shows are going more and more. I used to average 50 minutes. Then it went to like an hour and 10 minutes. But if you edit out certain things, you can still have a 50-minute show for TV. Now my shows are just like, I don't care. Until somebody says, no, this is how we got to do it, I'm doing what I'm doing. And proud of it. My name is Peter G. Thank you for watching Life of Peter G, The Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. I mean, really on the East Coast, 9 p.m. God willing. And I mean that too, because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And that's why I'm right here. And I love you. I'm telling you, I do not hold grudges. I do not hate you because of your beliefs. I hate you if you're a bad person. If you're not a bad person, that's it. We can live. We'll live. We'll live. It's a mere ship passing in the night. Not a big deal. Either way. I want to remind you to be kind, please. I say this every week because it's so important. We forget. There's a lot of stress in the world. There's a lot. People are struggling. People are struggling. They have children. I'm doing this because I want your children. I have a child. I want there to be a better time. I think we all, as parents, want our children to do better than we did. I don't know if I did better than my parents. You'll have to ask them, but I think I did. But I owe it all to my parents. And what they pushed for and what they strided for and all that. So please, love, love, love. You don't have to be an ass, but you don't have to take a bunch of crap from people too. There's tons of crap out there. It's like life is too short. Enjoy. All right. I'm gonna leave you with this little ditty, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. I love you guys. Peace out.
Kamala Harris, the Indian community will most definitely not be voting for you. Specifically because you think everybody deserves the same income no matter what profession? Bitch, that is communism! What kind of anti-American bullshit are you trying to sell us? All Indians know that you must study and work very hard to afford Tesla. How dare you try to take away all our hard work and studying to become doctor or engineer? The Indian community has worked far too long and hard to not become regional Slurpee manager at 7-Eleven. Kamala, as the CEO of Indians, I revoke your presidential campaign. You will never be able to run for office in a democratic nation ever again. Especially Prime Minister of India. But shit, you can run against Putin, since you're communist. Don't act like us. Don't act like us. Don't act like us.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorce dad. Single dad.